Actually, I don't think that this is abandoned. Let me show you guys. I don't... Hi! Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I got Dex here. So we just got up, we just got ready. Today is actually Carl's birthday, so that is what this video is going to be about. I completely forgot that it was his birthday until literally like 3 days ago. My grandma was like, hey, Carl's birthday is coming up, and I was like, you're right. Yeah, it is. So anyway, he unfortunately had to work from the office today, so it's just Dexman and I today, but we're gonna do a couple things today to make the day special. I'm thinking that we're going to go to the store and get him a gift, and then I also asked him to like what he wants for dinner, and he said he wants spaghetti and meatballs, which like I've literally never made before, but he said that he wants spaghetti and meatballs, so I was like, all right, I can do that. And yeah, probably gonna make some cheesecake or something too. Something to surprise him. Alright, on with the video. Okay, so I just had breakfast. It's taking everything out of me not to eat one of those brownies from last night. I'm really not setting myself up for success when this is what I keep on my counter. So, there's that. Also, I gotta do like a little birthday post for Carl, so don't know what I'm posting. I think I might post a picture from my sister's wedding, and then to be funny, I think like I'm gonna do like a little swipe one, and then it's just gonna be like all selfies, because like every night before bed, Carl, Dex, and I get in bed and like have a little cuddle session, and sometimes I take selfies. So I think I'm gonna like I'm gonna be like swipe to see like, I don't know, like the real us, I don't know, and then like I'll have like a bunch of like those photos. Okay, so just left Dick's. Every time I tried to pull out my camera while I was in there was just people everywhere. So like, But I was able to find exactly what I was picturing to get Carl. I've just noticed that like a lot of he loves his t-shirts like so dearly. And a lot of them have holes in them now because he's loved them like a little bit too much. So I went in there, and of course, because homeboy is from New Jersey, they only had like New England teams, and then they had like this sweet small little rack in the back that had some Yankees stuff, because Carl's a Yankees fan. So thankfully though, they did have is it Jeter? Because he has a Jeter shirt that he's loved for years. So I got him a new one of those. I'll show you guys when I get home. I also got him some golf balls and a hat. So now, oh, also, I showed y'all, there was a ton of Stanleys in stock. I literally was at the register and I was like piercing over. But then there was people behind me in line. Otherwise, I would have just ran and gotten one and bought it. But I did go back inside and look. I did get, I probably already put the clip in, but there were like some colors that I didn't recognize. I was like, are those new? But anyway, I figured that I probably shouldn't buy a new one, considering I have a bunch now. So I slowed my roll and I left. I looked at the colors though, and then I left. But anyway, so now we're at Wendy's. This has been my guilty pleasure. I never ate fast food before getting pregnant. Literally ever. However, I don't know, I've just really been vibing with it, and now I know, because before I really didn't have a preference with fast food because I didn't eat it, but now I've tried them all, and Wendy's is superior. Comment down below if you agree or disagree. Could I just have a 10-piece chicken nugget with sweet and sour sauce?
Okay.
And that should do it.
$4.74.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We got the goods. Not only are their nuggets just superior, but they literally have the best sweet and sour sauce. I'm only gonna use one. I even have an extra one in there ready. I like to kind of like hoard it. Oh my goodness. I was only gonna get a 6, but I'm glad I got a 10. Is that a 10? Yeah, that's a 10. I'm also I pulled out of the parking lot and I pulled like right into like the abandoned Chuck E. Cheese next door. Actually, I don't think that this is abandoned. Let me show you guys. I don't know if it's abandoned or like what, but I don't ever see anybody going in there. I don't know. Do people go to Chuck E. Cheese? I've never been there in my life. I feel like that was a 90s thing. Ooh. Oh. Alright, now we're going to Target. And the reason why is because, one, I'm stocking up on yellow Gatorade because we buy the variety pack at BJ's, and I went through all of the yellow. And then I went through all the red. Now all that's left is the orange, which I don't care for. We had a little grease fire the other night in our oven, and I realized we don't have a fire extinguisher. So while the fire was going, I was literally on Google panicking with Dex outside. And Carl was like, oh my god, it's fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, it was scary. So anyway, I was Googling things, and I was like, okay, I have baking soda. So I opened up a box of baking soda, and I was ready to use that. But then it calmed down to put itself out because it was inside the oven. But anyway, we bought a fire extinguisher too. So we're gonna go pick up the fire extinguisher, the Gatorade, and then I do have to head to the doctor's. My appointment's in 45 minutes. So are we gonna have time to get a coffee? Nah, that's a sight. Okay, just got back home from running all of my errands, so I'm going to show you guys some of the things I got at the grocery store. I did record a little bit in the store, but let me kind of take you over what we're making tonight, and yeah. Okay, so here, I already put the refrigerator stuff away, but basically, we're going to be making spaghetti, but I don't actually like spaghetti, so I got linguine because it's just a size up. The best tomatoes that you will ever find, and they were actually on sale. You used to be able to get them on sale sometimes for $1, but with these food prices, that 2 for $3, I panicked because normally they're $3 change for 1 can. So stocked up on that. We've got some seasoned breadcrumbs for our meatballs. I'm out of breath just from talking. And Dex is going to the bathroom. I've got some graham cracker crumbs because I'm going to make cheesecake. I'm going to do cherry on top. So I got this. And then also, this actually isn't for anything tonight that I'm actually making, but I just thought of Carl when I saw it because he's been asking for hot fudge because we've been doing ice cream sundaes a lot at nighttime. Some pasta, and these aren't actually, I just really wanted bagels, and I'm going to have these as a snack right now because I don't know why beets have such a bad rap. They are so good. Put them in a bowl with olive oil, vinegar, white balsamic vinegar, and some seasonings, and they are delicious. And I really want one of those brownies, but I'm gonna try not to. Okay, so right now it is 4:30. Carl is getting out of work, although he works 30 minutes away, so I do have a little bit of time to get these in the oven, and we're not going to be eating them until after dinner anyway, so that's fine. Originally, I wanted to make a full-size cheesecake. However, every time you see online, for a full-size cheesecake, everyone's you gotta do the water bath, and then it's gonna cool on your countertop for 2 hours, and then 4 hours in the fridge. We're gonna do mini cheesecakes, cheesecake tartlets, whatever you want to call them, with cherries on top. I've made these before. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I actually have the recipe up in a highlight somewhere. We're going to do this because literally from starting the recipe to eating them and they're chilled is 3 hours max. So that'll be perfect for post-dinner dessert. So yeah, let's get into it. Preheated the oven 350. I think I'm also going to film this for a TikTok too because I was supposed to buy something for a TikTok that I was going to post tonight, and I forgot to. So we're just going to post about this. So, little behind the scenes chew here. And yeah, let's get into it. For our crust, you're going to need some graham crackers, 3 tablespoons of butter. Okay, I told y'all at 4:30, I was Carl's getting out of work, got to whip these up. The time is now 5 o'clock and just took the mini cheesecakes out of the oven. Hold on, So literally 5 o'clock, 30 minutes later, and there they are. They literally only take 15 minutes to cook. And honestly, they're good. There are some little cracks. I don't want to hear it. If you're one of those people that if I worked in a bakery and I was making plain New York style cheesecake, then fine, I would water bath it, whatever. But especially if you're putting toppings on it and also it's just me and Carl, who cares? It tastes the exact same. So yeah, gonna let those chill on the counter for probably an hour, and then I will move them into the fridge, and then I will top them with the cherry, the cherry pie filling right before I serve them. Dex is right here, keeping me company. Hi, baby. Dexy! Do you wanna... There he is. I'm gonna have to give him a bone now. Carl did call me. He left work like about 30 minutes ago. He should be home any minute. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my meatballs started. That way we can get the sauce started, because the easiest thing last minute is to literally just boil the pasta. So let's get started on the meatballs. Okay, so star of the show. I personally think that these are the best breadcrumbs, like for anything, chicken cutlets, meatballs, literally anything. But use whatever you have. I tried the store brand ones like last week and they were absolutely terrible. There was an herb in there that I just didn't like. I don't know if it was marjoram or what, but I didn't like it. So anyway, we've got breadcrumbs. We're gonna add 1 egg because we're not making that big of a batch. And we've got some ground beef. So I'm gonna go ahead, add all that in here. I'm gonna put my gloves on because y'all know I don't touch my food. Actually, I lied. First thing I'm gonna do, because I'm not gonna cook, like I'm not gonna brown these in like the pan of my sauce, just because then you get like some burnt bits and it's just not cute. So I'm gonna put some olive oil in the bottom of my pan and I'm gonna put my meatballs right in here, and then this is what I'm gonna use to brown them to get the cooking process started. So when I say brown, like I'm literally just gonna be like cooking the outsides of the meatballs, and then we'll be adding them into the tomato sauce and they'll finish cooking in there because we're gonna let that simmer for a little bit. Dexter is hovering. He wants CHEESE. You say it, he knows it. He also knows types of that food, like CHEEDAR. Did I spell that right? He knows that word too. So yeah, we gotta be careful around him. And yeah, he's at the fridge right now because I just went in the fridge and I went in that drawer, you know, that food drawer. Everyone's got one. He knows the sound of the drawer. So now he's staring at me. This is very uncomfortable and very awkward. I'm just not gonna look. These honestly smell so good. So I've got all of my little meatballs and I'm basically just gonna cook them until they're like brown on all of the edges. So they'll be like 70% cooked, and then we'll cook them like all the way in the sauce. Okay. And Dex is coming to join us too. Hey buddy, you wanna sniff? It's not for you, that's for Dad. All right, go ahead and open it up. Happy birthday. Deluxe wrapping per usual.
All right. Ooh. I like this.
Show them. So your Yankees shirt that you've had since I've known you is so old and like thin, so I got you the same one, but a new one.
Classic. I like it.
Is that the right guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Simmering. And the meatballs are in there too already. The final product, spaghetti meatballs, and then I put some ricotta on top along with some pecorino romano. There you go, birthday boy.
Thank you.
Hey buddy! Oh, wow. Are you hanging out with your dad? Yeah. Are you a happy boy? Say happy birthday, Dad! Happy birthday, Dad!